With me today is Swami Shitikanthanand ji Maharaj. Maharaj is a monk of Ramakrishna order, and right now Maharaj is placed in Ramakrishna Math Hyderabad. Maharaj look after the Vivekanand Health Center, which has taken up an program called ARYAJANANI. Maharaj say spiritual supplement is also important for the women along with nutritional supplement. So Maharaj, can you say what this spiritual supplement is and what is this Ari Janani program?
Yeah, we all know that a healthy baby can happen only when the mother takes good nutrition. So when we use the word nutrition, we all understand it as the physical nutrition, the food that mother takes. But our scriptures say, and our sages have been saying for millennia, that it's not just the physical food that matters, it's also psychological condition or emotional health also matters actually when it comes to the question of giving birth to a healthy baby. Today in middle class families and upper middle class families and rich families also, we see a good number of children are being born with congenital disorders, and sometimes they are born with other ailments, in the sense that children being born preterm, all this is happening. In India, they say around 2 million children are born every year with congenital disorders. Around 1.7 million children are being born preterm. All this is happening because of stress in the mind of the mother. Stress, anxiety, worry, or any kind of stress, emotional or psychological stress affects the baby negatively. The effect is almost irreversible. So we need to expand, the scope of the word nutrition. It is not just the physical food that mother takes that impacts the baby, but what she consumes through the mind, what kind of emotions she generates when the child is growing in her womb, that actually matters so much. And we have the stories like Prahlada and Duryodhana in our scriptures. Today modern scientists are saying, doctors are saying, 15% is only genes and 85% it is the environment. They call it epigenetics. So mother need to be particularly careful with regard to the thought that she generates, and she should not generate any kind of negative thought at a particular period of time, because for her it will just come and go, the stress. But that stress impacts the baby in a negative manner permanently. Sometimes the baby will get crippled. That's the reason why so many children are being born with autism and with attention deficiency syndrome.
So Maharaj, you mean to say that ki if mother is spiritually awakened, so deficiency or disorder in the child will get reduced. I'm correct in understanding, Maharaj?
Yes. That is the reason actually. Even in mothers, they are taking good food. Children are being born with defects. What has happened there? Mother had undergone a lot of stress, for sure. So that stress would definitely impact the baby in a negative way, and that's the reason mother needs to empower herself culturally and spiritually. She should orient herself towards the divine. So to prevent this negative impact on the baby, what she should do, suppose if she is in helpless condition, the circumstances are not congenial for her, the circumstances are in such a way that there is no way she can escape the stress, she can come out of that anxiety at that particular point of time, she should attune herself to the divine through meditation or through prayer or repetition of God's name, or by singing divine bhajans and glorious deeds of the Lord. If she does that, if she invokes the blessings of the divine upon her child, irrespective of her mental condition, irrespective of her mental status, the Lord actually will help her to give birth to a healthy baby.
So Maharaj, you mean to say that ki invisible God has a very much visible impact in the child of a mother which she is going to deliver?
Yeah, definitely, because we have examples like Uttara in Mahabharata. Her husband Abhimanyu passed away in the battle, and she was under a lot of psychological stress, and she prayed to Lord actually when that baby, that
Parikshit.
Ashwatthama shot that Brahma missile, and to protect her baby from that the fire of Brahma missile, Uttara had prayed to the Lord actually. So then Krishna, came into her rescue, and the baby was protected, and she had, delivered Bhagavatottama. Parikshit is considered Bhagavatottama, the best devotees among the Lord, and because of him only we have got this Srimad Bhagavatam. So even if the mother is under stress, if she actually prays to God, and the Lord actually will, ask and it shall be given, it is said in the Bible. And in the same way, actually, really pray from the bottom of the heart. The Lord will come to your rescue. And again, we will know that actually the child brings its own prarabdha into life. The body actually is made according to the actions performed by the child in the previous birth. But in our culture, we say Master Devabhava. Mother, through her spiritual sadhana, by praying to the divine, she can undo the prarabdha of the child and she can help the baby, come into this world with greatest of the sanskaras.
So mother can change the destiny of a child.
That's the reason it's Master Devabhava. And prenatal influence is very powerful. And today actually the mothers and also the fathers, they're not paying that much of attention to that. So what is the proof? In the Prahlada story is the proof. If you have to go by the genetic theory, mother is an Asuric woman and father is a great Asura, Hiranyakashipu. But a great devotee of the Lord, Bhagavatottama, Sattvic child was born there. How did that happen? Because of epigenetics, because she happened to stay in the ashram of Narada Maharshi. Narada Maharshi narrated the stories of God and he extolled the glories of the Lord during that particular time, and the baby in the womb absorbed all that spiritual thought and it became a great devotee of the Lord. So this is actually, it's not a fiction, it's not just a myth actually, it is the modern science corroborates, modern science states the same thing, that prenatal influence is very powerful. So the mental and emotional status of mother actually is of phenomenal significance to the child. So apart from nutrition only plays a minor role compared to this emotional and psychological condition of the mother. And it's so very important for mothers to nourish themselves with spiritual thought and also good emotion at that particular point of time. For that she needs the help of her husband, she needs the help of mother-in-law, father-in-law, mother, father and other members of the family. The primary aim and objective of the ARYAJANANI program is to generate awareness that the prenatal influence is very powerful. Mothers need to pay special attention to the child at that particular point of time. She needs to communicate with the baby on a daily basis. She can read scriptures like Ramayana, Mahabharata and Bhagavata for the baby. And so she can read those stories of the Lord for the baby. And a Sattvic child will come into the world, and afterwards parenting is practically over. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to worry about putting the child in very good school. You don't have to spend too much of money on the child, because the child is born with sattva. It's a kind of smart kid. It's a born genius.
You mean to say that if mother go through her spiritual training or spiritual dose of the life, the child will be born as a inbuilt. He has all inbuilt capacity to face the world or the harshness or cruelty of the world. He won't succumb it to the pressure.
Yeah.
He can live up to the pressure.
Yeah, endowed by birth, exceptionally endowed by birth.
Okay.
So you are born in such a way that the negativity or the negative situations or circumstances in the world will not impact you in a negative way, and the child, irrespective of the circumstances, he will radiate peace and bliss, and he will be a Loka Kalyana Karaka. He will be the greatest beneficiary of the mankind. Such exceptional souls and Mahatmas the mothers can have, provided they attune themselves to the divine at that particular point of time when the child is growing in their womb. The spiritual supplement is so important in this age. Mother should be very peaceful, very calm and very joyful. If she had a joyful pregnancy, she will be able to give birth to a healthy child, emotionally, psychologically and physically.
Thank you, Maharaj, for sharing your concept on the spiritual supplement and ARYAJANANI. This is Madhvi Shri from Ramkishan Math, Hyderabad.